Well, the folk hut has a floor on it and a wheelchair up there. I'll explain about it, well, in a minute. There's too much to explain about. The floor is just laying there, but it's probably going to stay. I'll have to trim the one side up. I've got those boards laying across that well, because that's a real danger when you make a floor and you leave a well there. Now the well's there for a ladder and an elevator to get a wheelchair up there. I mean, I'm serious about that. I've just got a stepladder in there right now. So I guess I'll just go in and up and show you what it looks like from up there. All right, here we go in through the door. Now remember, this is not the regular size. I have to bend way down to get through here. There's a shelf. That's the corner cupboard, structural corner cupboard. Those are the parts to this little heater that I don't know if you remember. I bought that for $18 at a scrapyard, and I just put it in there to give me an idea of what kind of space I need. It's actually a little bit big. There's the one window. The struts aren't right at the top. There's another window. That part right there is not right, and none of those are nailed. I've shown you this before. And there's the other window. Now this is closer to right, but all right, now I'm going to go up the stepladder. I'll film sitting down. I'm sitting in the stepladder. Sunday, and I'm tired anyway. What I plan to do is make it so a regular ladder there will swing that way out of the road for a ladder. And that well is mighty big, I know, but it's 4 by 4. 4 foot by 4 foot. No, it's not. I think it's close. All right, let me stand up. I've got to trim this right there so it's straight for reasons I'll tell you later. And but these are boards. I just had them from another folk hut. They're very weak. They're actually basswood, I think, and they're not healthy at all. But they'll do just fine for this floor. And there's that well. I'm terrified of that well. And here's my wheelchair. Oh, there's probably lots more to tell you about, but that's maybe enough for now. Let's just take a look around. Oh, I'll do it sitting down. I like sitting down in my wheelchair. I bought this wheelchair for probably $10 or $5 at a sale. So taking a spin around, there's oh, I can't tell you about all this stuff. There's just too much to tell you about. All that metal is going to go down there to the pig cloister, as well as all that wood that's stacked up. There's two folk huts are going to go in there. There's a blacksmith shop. We're going to open that around that dead ash, which is really sad when it died. That area, I'm going to fence for the pigs to go in there, and we'll clean that up. We had a tremendous wind out of the west that blew the base to a windmill I had down there. It was knitting. It was going to go. Now that windmill in the distance is ready to go, but I'm going to put it up on top of the hill. It's a cloth-sealed windmill. Hope you got that. There's a wonderful building there. In there is fine. Now this was a bit tragic. That same wind blew a building down. I'll stand up. That I had gotten. It had fallen down before, and I got it from a guy for free, and I put it back up over my sawmill. Now, as you can see, it came down on the tractor. I don't think it hurt the tractor too bad, but I don't really know yet. I'll have to see. That's another folk hut. Now it's full size sort of, but I didn't go the whole way out for the knee braces, so the roof's not quite as wide or long, whichever way you look at it, as it should be. I don't have time to tell you all this stuff, but it'd just give you an idea of what the view's like here. I think I'm going to like sitting here. Of course, when the rafters go up, you'd only be able to stand up straight if you go out a dormer. Oh, here comes a car, I think. I can hear it. Yep. All right, well, that's the state of play at the moment, and there's that well. Bye. Maybe I'll show you a little bit more so you can see the details. pretty much have everything right, I think. Floor is just being laying here. This wheelchair doesn't turn so good. The reason that's so dangerous is because when you build a floor, a person can walk backwards and assume there's a floor there, and there isn't all of a sudden. You can see where the seam is midway, at 5 inches. And why I thickened the joist there, I'll explain later on the blackboard, I think.